friends, this is Sujeevana, belongs to CSEN section of Adishankara Institute of Technology. Today I am here to explain the object-oriented concepts. We are going to discuss drawbacks of traditional programming language, need for object-oriented approach, object-oriented techniques, and we are going to discuss some of the oriented concepts. They are objects, classes, abstraction, inheritance, encapsulation, and introduction. Languages like C use the traditional programming approach for application development. In this approach, we divide the application into several tasks and write code for all tasks. Therefore, the focus in this approach is on the task but not on the objects. The traditional programming approach was not suitable for the increasing demand of software application. The drawbacks of traditional programming approach. Unmanageable programs. Uh, in the first slide, we have discussed that the program is divided into several number of tasks. Once we divide the several number of tasks, it becomes difficult to manage the programs. And this traditional programming approach may not support reusability. And once we set the data into the program, we can't modify the data. Difficulty in implementation. Benefits of object-oriented programming approach are: OOPS offers better implementation, better data security, better code reusability, better flexibility, and better manageable programs. The first concept in the OOPS is objects. An object represents an entity in the real world. An object is simply something that is relevant to a particular application. An object is a concept or a thing with defined boundaries that is relevant to the problem being dealt with. Next one is classes. A class is a mold or a template of an object. A class is what defines all the data members and the methods that an object should have. The class defines the characteristics that the object will possess. It could also be referred to as the blueprint of the object. Classes. Each object is said to be an instance of the class. A class can contain any of the following as its members: properties or fields, methods, constructors or destructors. Properties. A characteristic required of an object when represented in a class is called a property or a field. Method. A method is similar to a function, routine or a procedure. Here it is associated to a class. Constructor or destructor. These are special types of methods that execute when an object is initialized or destroyed respectively. The third topic is abstraction. Data abstraction enhances security as use of data is restricted to certain functions only. Abstraction is more used where you want only a certain number of functions or methods or accessing data. The next one is inheritance. We can incorporate the functionality of existing classes into any other class just by inheriting the new class from the existing class. The existing class is called the base class and the new class created is called the derived class. The next topic is data encapsulation. Grouping of data and methods into a single entity is known as data encapsulation. And the last topic is polymorphism. Object-oriented languages try to make existing code easily modifiable without changing the code much. Polymorphism allows functions to take more than one form. Polymorphism enables the same method to behave differently on different classes. For example, we will be called devotee in a temple. We will be called an employee in a software engineer. The same person, the person is ourselves and the places are changing. According to the place, our name also changes. The designation also changes. The same example refers to the polymorphism. Now I conclude and thank you.